Hello student, let's learn the sixth property of bases. Bases react with acid to form salt and water. Remember, this reaction is called neutralization reaction. Let's write equation for this. We take sodium hydroxide, which is a base, and making it react with acid, that is sulfuric acid. Now when these two react, the products are salt and water. Here the salt is sodium sulfate, whose molecular formula is Na2SO4 along with the release of H2O. Now this reaction is not balanced, so let's balance the reaction by putting 2 in front of NaOH and by putting 2 in front of H2O. Let's learn something more about it, but before that we summarize this reaction. When sodium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid, then sodium sulfate and water are formed. Let's go ahead and study property number 7. It says like this: bases react with non-metal oxide to form salt and water. Again, this reaction is a neutralization reaction. We take a base, that is calcium hydroxide. When it's react with non-metal oxide, carbon is non-metal and oxide of that is carbon dioxide. The products are salt and water. Now here the salt which is going to form is calcium carbonate along with release of H2O. Again, let's summarize this reaction. Calcium hydroxide solution reacts with carbon dioxide to produce calcium carbonate and H2O. Let's go ahead. When we go ahead, we have the next property, but before that we learn uses of bases. Now what are the different uses of bases? Let's understand. Use number 1. For first and the most important base, that is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide used in the manufacture of soap. Sodium hydroxide is used in making of paper. Sodium hydroxide is used in synthetic fiber, that is rayon. Let's understand something more about bases. The next base that we have is calcium hydroxide, also called as slackline. Now this calcium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of bleaching powder. The next base that we have is magnesium hydroxide. Now magnesium hydroxide is used as an antacid to neutralize acid in the stomach and to cure the problem, which is called as indigestion. There is acidity, so you take ENO, and that is nothing but antacid that we called. The next use of the next base, that is sodium carbonate, is used as washing soda for softening, and also it is used for softening of hard water. The next that we have is the next base. Let's learn something more about it. And the next base that we are going to talk about is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Is used as baking soda in cooking food, making baking powders, as an antacid to cure indigestion, and in soda acid fire extinguisher. Now when I say fire extinguisher, the fire extinguisher consists of NaHCO3, that is sodium bicarbonate, and H2SO4. So we have learned properties and all the uses of bases. Let's learn something more about acid and base in the next module.